Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. The word for today is resolution. Bringing forward some of my reflections over the last couple of days, and the quality of resolution has to do with this deep infusion of commitment and vitality we feel during the month of Capricorn. The sun transited 15 Capricorn yesterday, which is the activation point of this zodiac month. And so what's happening right now is we're feeling the infusion of a couple of qualities that have to do with commitment to leadership in the world, which is the cardinal earth sign, the commitment to being present, and the commitment to contributing and participating in the world. And the dual qualities of the first half of Capricorn are what comes at winter solstice, at the initiation of Capricorn, which is the infusion of realization of our commitment to showing up, and an infusion of a kind of power that brings forward everything we've learned this year, this past year, and this past cycle, and the awareness now of what we have of value and to offer, and the ways in which we want to contribute to value in the world in concrete, practical ways. It also brings awareness of what's not working in the world and in our systems of power structure, because we're committed to improving them and changing them. So there's this infusion of power, and then on the other hand, there's an infusion of, with this awareness of value, there's an infusion of awareness of vulnerability in terms of what needs to be cared for and preserved as a commitment to the future. So the image of that would be the commitment to care for children, and the commitment to care for the environment, the commitment to care for what is precious and fragile in the physical world as well as the spiritual. And that includes the commitment to care for ourselves. So those of us who live in winter right now and who are in the northern hemisphere feel a commitment to caring for our physical health. So there's a quality of retreat right now that we are feeling because of the commitment we have to personal health and vitality, and recharging by moving within. So the contrast of this first half of Capricorn is the infusion of power, commitment to contribution, the commitment to the feeling of value of what we want to participate, the ways in which we want to participate to make the world a better place, and then a commitment to care for what is fragile and vulnerable, what's being nurtured, what's being cultivated spiritually and internally for ourself as well as for our world. So that all culminated yesterday when the sun transited 15 Capricorn, the midpoint, the power point of Capricorn. And now today we've moved into the second half of Capricorn, which is a commitment to now what it means to really participate in the group and to celebrate the group and to celebrate our participation in group endeavors and group activities. So there's a quality of celebration today, and the Sabian symbol for today is a playground at a school filled with children who are in the symbol, they're wearing their PE clothes. And so there's a quality of performance through physical activity. So think of, as you're holding the symbol for today, imagine whatever kind of group activity you had, and it's teenagers actually. What kind of group activity did you have as a young person that was really inspiring, that had to do with being outside and that had to do with exercise? And feel that infusion of the vitality of being in your body and doing something fun with others that also had a physical component. Anyway, that's the symbol for today. And this is bringing forward the quality of resolution, New Year resolutions that we set in Capricorn into the physical world. So We're at a disseminating phase right now in the lunar cycle, and I've been having interesting conversations with people over the last few days about text messages and emails and verbal conversations about the new illuminations out of the full moon a few days ago last week, and the awareness of what's working and not working for ourselves. And that's been part of this quality of inner retreat and the internal aspect right now of getting clear about what's working and what's not working, and the commitment to making changes. And those commitments are physical and practical. That's Capricorn, and how that's aligned with what we call New Year resolutions. They're resolutions for showing up for our life right now, and for self-care, and for ideas and inspirations of the ways that practical structure can support our intentions now to move forward into something larger. So knowing all of this and feeling the infusion of the power of the full moon spread that we received nearly a week ago, I dropped into Princess of Swords this morning, which was our final card from the full moon spread, and this feeling of commitment to release the density of the past, both collectively or in our larger world, and also personally, to release the density of the past, including structures and support systems that maybe don't serve us anymore, in order to really move into new clarity. So I dropped into that energy within myself, and asked for a spread of spiritual support today. And this was my personal spread, but then I am bringing it forward to you because it's a perfect mirror of the full moon. So I went to this deck, the Keepers of Light deck. That's a new Ascended Master deck that I really love. And I ended up with a 3-card spread that is a direct mirror of Ascended Masters associated with the Tarot cards for the planetary spread. So I'm going to bring that forward now. And this is circling all the way back to resolution and how we can participate right now in experiencing success around our inner drive to make commitments to ourselves right now and follow through on them. So in the position of spirit, the Ascended Master card is Baba Ji, who is an ascended being, very similar in energy to to Christ. Well, a carrier of Christ consciousness. And Babaji came forward in the incarnated, came in physical form to teachers in the 1800s and 1900s to bring forward the tools of Kriya Yoga. And so Babaji is a teacher of our ability to connect within, to healing, and to yoga, which is our connection to unity, the practices of unity. And so the specific message here today is on this card is soul expansion. And know that you are connecting with your own inner unity, and your impulses for personal retreat right now, for recharging and rejuvenating, are absolutely in alignment with your ability to step into your life with these new physical practices. And so in our planetary spread, the card that came up in physical circumstances for the full moon was the Hermit. So Babaji is affirming that right now in your physical life, you can trust the impulses you have to retreat, the impulses to connect to your soul's calling, and then to take actions moving forward on your path, the Hermit, from this connection to your inner light. And then the card in the position of spirit the card in the position of awareness is the card for Sophia, or the words Holy Spirit, the light of the Divine Mother. And the message on this card today is expect miracles. In our planetary spread, the Empress appeared, and for full moon. And so Sophia is the energy of the Great Mother, and you can connect with her and with this light through all experiences of light and of nurturing. And the Divine Mother in all of her aspects, Isis, Mary, Magdalene, the loving energy of being held and nurtured. So the message today is, remember that only love is real, miracles occur naturally, and spirit has your back. So moving to the center today, just know that you can trust in being held and trust in that quality of being held as you set intentions for yourself moving forward this year. Trust your heart, rest in your heart, and use your practices to return to heart, and know that you absolutely can trust that inner home and your connection to your inner home, and to ask for help when you need help to return to that place of inner trust. And then finally, this is just so spectacular. The card in position of spirit, Kali Ma, Kali, the divine mother of fire, and the encouragement that we are being held to face our fear. So that if you need support to move forward, to know that there is absolutely spiritual support in facing your fear, in healing what needs to be healed, and in connecting with your own inner fire and inner light, what we call Kundalini energy, in order to feel your own power for transformation, your inner strength. And so the card in the planetary spread was Lust, which is Kali is an embodiment of the ascended master aspect of the teachings of the Lust card, and your ability to connect with your inner fire. So this is an encouragement to face your fear, to know that you have what you need to heal, and that together we are absolutely stepping into a new chapter, a new journey, as we prepare for the launch of the dog year in just a few days. So circling back to the word for today, resolution. This is a time to feel the infusion of commitment, the infusion of love and of spiritual support, and trusting in miracles, knowing the miracles are happening, and trusting those signs of synchronicities that you've been seeing. And then celebrate the infusion of inner strength and your lust for life and your vitality for life, and that willpower of fire that you are nurturing. And know that in all of these aspects, you can ask for help when you need it. That's part of the energy of resolution, is the commitment to returning to ask for help, and knowing that we are never alone. And so I encourage you to rest into this season of disseminating phase, which is of sharing what you've learned, receiving new insights of your own illumination and your own awareness, and the vitality that is coming to us in this second half of the Capricorn cycle, a vitality of strength and inspiration and commitment to this physical world, and the ways in which we can bridge the physical and the spiritual for ourselves and for our world. So have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.